Thank you.
Welcome to the 2014 Digital Ball. Please welcome to the stage Karen Renner and Bill Van Kuren.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome.
Thank you all for being here this evening.
It is both a privilege and an honor to serve with Karen as your co-host this evening for the 2014 TechBridge Digital Ball.
And we are absolutely thrilled to announce that we have set a record here this evening. Over 60 of our peers are serving tonight as Digital Ball hosts. They, like us, believe that technology can transform the way that nonprofits are served.
And I know they've all promised to be on their best behavior tonight, right, Karen?
Absolutely, Bill.
You know, we're joined tonight by over 800 guests representing over 100 corporations. In total, they have contributed over $1.2 million in cash, gifts, and in-kind contributions to the TechBridge Digital Ball. Give them a hand. We thank all of you for your support. We are here to celebrate the impact that we can all have on the community by virtue of giving our best business knowledge and our best technical expertise to raise the bar on the nonprofit community.
And the best way to share that technology expertise is through TechBridge. TechBridge combines their nonprofit know-how along with our technology expertise, our financial resources, and our time in order to transform the way nonprofits work in our community.
And what that means is communities benefit in the following ways. Our children benefit from increased education. Our seniors benefit from increased support as well. And our homeless benefit from shelters. In fact, I want to share with you that NCR has adopted the Nicholas House as our adopted charity. And what that means is we have provided the Nicholas House with a new system for their clients and donors that increases their efficiency. And with that efficiency, those staff members have freed up their time, and they can dedicate that to the families who need help getting back on their feet again.
I encourage each of you to look at the nonprofit adoption opportunities within your corporation. And again, we would like to thank all of you for your support and for working with us to ensure that TechBridge continues to thrive and serve our nonprofit communities, those that are changing the world.
And with that, let's welcome to the stage James Franklin, CEO of TechBridge.
Is everybody having a great time tonight? Great, great. So I promised that this would be the very best digital ball to date, right? But I'm not going to tell you why quite yet. You're going to have to wait till the end of the evening. But I'm so excited about what we're going to do tonight. So thank you for being here and being a part of it. So all of you know in the crowd that a good business is one that has the right tools and the right processes so that it can accomplish its goals. And here at TechBridge, we've been busy helping nonprofits become better businesses so that they can change the world. So please take a few moments and let's all watch a video together of a few of examples where we've been partnering with nonprofits in our community to help them make our world a better place.
The mission of Kate's Club is to empower children and teens who are facing life after the death of a parent or sibling.
Create Your Dreams' mission is to nurture the talents and dreams of students living in underserved areas of Atlanta.
The mission of Fulton County CASA is to advocate for abused and neglected children that come through the doors of Fulton County Juvenile Court.
The mission of the Girl Scouts of Nassau County is to build girls of courage, confidence, and character.
Open Hands' mission is to help people prevent or better manage chronic disease through nutrition services.
Like most nonprofits, we had a system that was put together out of donated computers, donated copier, donated time from very well-meaning volunteers, but who come once, do a project and then move on.
Out of the 12 or so computers that we had, they were all old. They were on operating systems from 2000. No wonder we had so many problems.
One of our frustrations was that our in-house email server no longer met the email storage needs of our users.
We knew that if we didn't find ways to better manage our cost, inevitably it would mean that we would have to cut programs. And that was a last resort for us.
Our biggest aha moment was when I realized what data could provide for us, which told me I needed to have a better system to track and really look at our data.
The first thing that they did, and this is one of their real strengths, is that they came in and they learned our business. And that allowed them to come from a position of strength as they were making recommendations.
We realized that it just made sense to have a professional company assist us in our email migration to the cloud rather than doing it ourselves. This was the best business decision we could have made.
TechBridge has helped us specifically address the situation and the frustration of having different staff members with different computers and different systems and different spreadsheets, being able to have one localized place that is real time.
There was no way on the planet we could replace these computers. So TechBridge then began to explain a Chromebook. So all we needed was the Chromebook and our Google for Nonprofits. For $200, we'd be in business.
TechBridge understands collaboration, and they have developed incredible partnerships with consultants that have allowed not-for-profits to benefit from some of those resources that we ordinarily wouldn't be able to benefit from.
They had the answers when we needed the answers. And working with TechBridge has allowed us to increase the number of volunteers. When the number of volunteers increases, the number of children that we serve increases.
And one of the smartest things we did was to reach out to TechBridge. And there's no doubt, we've projected over the next 3 years that if we're able to achieve the kind of labor savings and production savings that we anticipate through our process improvements, we'll see upwards to about $300,000 annually in savings of community resources.
We provided 25% more program hours in 2013 than we did just the year before that. But with the same number of staff and basic same resources, we were able to better manage our sign-in process for the kids and our volunteer management process, and to keep better tabs on the clients that we're serving and the results that we're getting with them.
With the extra time that we have, we are able to help more children fulfill their dreams. And we would not be able to do this without TechBridge.
Something here is wrong. There are children without homes, but we just move along to take care of our own. There's so much suffering just outside our door, across so deafening that we just can't ignore. All the people who are fighting for the broken, all the people who are holding on to love, all the people who are reaching for the lonely, all keep changing the world, keep changing. Take a look around. The sun goes out. The sun goes out. Trust can still be found. It's not too late now. To all the people who are fighting for the broken, all the people who are holding on to love, all the people who are reaching for the lonely, all keep changing the world. Coming up, share the world right now. And join the fight. Time is ticking away. Keep changing the world. Keep changing. Keep changing the world. Keep changing the world.
That's a tough act to follow. That's pretty good, guys. So the video is a fantastic representation of what we do. We've been working hard to help nonprofits change the world. And since last Digital Ball, we've done hard work packaging up our products, our services, and our programs so that we can help nonprofits be better businesses. So for example, we've taken the core applications that a typical nonprofit needs and deployed that using the Salesforce platform, and turned what was a year ago a $40,000 project into one that only costs $4,000 today. We've also, thank you. And we also partnered with Vonage Business Solutions so that we could create an offer just for nonprofits that leverage their cloud-based phone solution that has been shown to cut their telecommunication costs by up to 70%. I'll pause every time for applause. But just so you know, I got like 6 of these, so you might get a little tired. We also partnered with Infotech Research and our Accenture on-loan executive, Dana Poe, to build a strategic process that allows us to build a roadmap for nonprofits to become highly efficient businesses. We also, yeah, I forgot, I'm sorry. Thank you. That's for you, Dana, wherever you are. There you go. We also built a network of delivery partners across the United States so that we can deliver our services to nonprofits regardless of location, and while we're scaling out our capabilities, maintain our very high level of quality. We work, all right, no more applause. Let me get through all these. All right, thank you. That's my kind of guy right there. We also worked with Microsoft. Microsoft has been extraordinarily generous with their Office 365 program. And so we've been able to migrate nonprofits that operate in 20 states to fully cloud-based email, document management, and other cloud-based services. And then we worked with TechSoup Global, which is a nonprofit that functions in 90 countries. And what they do is basically they're an Amazon buying site, but exclusively for nonprofits' technology needs. And so using their exclusive buying place, we've been able to provide our products and services to nonprofits across the country, and I assure you, soon, across the world. And finally, we've created the TechBridge Ambassador Program so that we can energize our community and expand our reach. So we've been busy, and I'd like to take a second to thank the TechBridge staff for all the hard work that they've done, and maybe we can give them a round of applause. Thank you. So these are amazing products and services that do wonderful things for nonprofits. And nonprofits know that this is impactful for them. But the challenge has always been the same, and it's they just can't afford these types of products and services, even with the highly subsidized rates that we offer based on your generosity tonight. So the challenge is, and the question is, how are we going to turn these kinds of products and services into something that nonprofits can leverage? And that's why 2 years ago, back in 2012, we created the Adopt a Nonprofit program. And if you've been here before, you remember us talking about it. And the Adopt a Nonprofit program has been a phenomenal success. In the last 2 years, we've had 40 nonprofits funded their transformation by the corporate sponsors that are here in this room. Thank you. But 40 nonprofits, while it's fantastic, it's not going to get us to the goal that I stated last year of 1,000 nonprofits transformed by the end of 2017. So something's got to change. And so we're going to take the success of the Adopt a Nonprofit program, and we're going to launch the TechBridge Nonprofit Exchange. And if you're here last year, you remember that I committed to having that launch tonight, and I'm very proud to say that we did it. Yeah. We're launching tonight. So the TechBridge Nonprofit Exchange is unique because it is the only crowdfunding site dedicated to nonprofit technology needs that combines not only individual sponsors, but corporate sponsors and foundations, all towards making nonprofits better businesses. And this is an inflection point for us, because like I said, there's no way that we can serve the 1,000 nonprofits that we pledged unless we have a new platform like this. So through the TechBridge Nonprofit Exchange, we promise by next year we're going to double the number of nonprofits served. You saw on the screen behind us that we've served last year and this year approximately, well, over 100 nonprofits. By next year, we're going to serve over 200 nonprofits. I got to tell you, I love all this applause, I really do. So I want to get started tonight. The TechBridge team wants to get started tonight. I am so excited. I've been telling everybody I'm so excited about tonight. And the reason why is we've had the wonderful Technology Innovation Award, but tonight we're going to do something special. We're launching the TechBridge Exchange, and I want this crowd to get together and transform a nonprofit tonight, right? So I want Dennis Garden, Executive Director for the Georgia Firefighters Burn Foundation, and Jay Farrow, TechBridge board chair, to come up so we can see what kind of magic we can make tonight.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dennis J. Garden with the Georgia Firefighters Burn Foundation, and it is such a delight to be here. And before I even get started, I want to thank James and thank the entire TechBridge team, not just for a partnership, but for coming in and becoming part of our family and allowing us to be part of that family. We really appreciate that. And yes. And I'll ask for apologies later because we worked on a script, and I'm not going to use the script.
Do whatever you like.
It'll be pretty embarrassing to try to stop me while I'm up here in front of all these people.
Wouldn't dream of it. Wouldn't dream of it. I got you, man.
You got me?
I got you.
Okay. We talk about nonprofits, and there are a lot of amazing nonprofits in the world here in Georgia, and we're fortunate to be one of those amazing nonprofits. The mission of the Georgia Firefighters Burn Foundation is to work with the fire service and burn care community to provide safety and prevention education, support medical facilities, and assist burn survivors in their recovery. And every nonprofit that TechBridge work with has an amazing story and mission. And I wanted to take this time tonight to make it a little bit personal and not talk about the programs and services, but really talk about how they impact lives and why we do it. And Mackenzie and I were talking earlier about the cufflinks on my shirt. And everyone here looks really amazing tonight. And I think I look pretty good too, don't I? I appreciate those applause, as Jim said.
They're fun.
I appreciate those applause, but I have to tell you, there was a time in my life that I couldn't stand on this stage. There was a time in my life that I couldn't accept applause because there was a time in my life that I didn't think I had anything worthwhile. I didn't think I had anything to offer. And getting back to the cufflinks, I had to meet Mackenzie at our office before we came here. We were riding together, and I was a little bit late. And it was because of these cufflinks. You see, I was burned as a child, over 70% of my body, and my hands were badly damaged. And I only have the use of a couple of my fingers. And sometimes if I get a shirt that's got too much starch in it, I really struggle with that. And I couldn't get these damn cufflinks in. And the shirt has an option where I could use buttons instead of a cufflink. But I wasn't going to be defeated. I said, maybe I'll use the buttons. No, I want to wear the cufflinks so that I can really look good. I said, well, maybe I'll go to the office and I'll get Mackenzie to help me with it. No, I want to do it. And it took me about 20 minutes to get my cufflinks in. And that may not seem like a big deal, but I think this story is very appropriate for the audience we have tonight. It took me about 20 minutes to get my cufflinks in. Because it meant more than just getting the cufflinks in. It took me right back to the days when I laid in the hospital bed for 8 months, and I couldn't do anything for myself. And as I was able to begin to do some things for myself, I'm committed to do that. But how I want to tie that in to our being a part of TechBridge family is when I was burned as a child. I struggled with that, and my family struggled even more. Because we didn't have an organization like the Georgia Firefighters Burn Foundation to provide support to us and just to hold our hand and let us know that there was life after this burn. We didn't have an organization like the Georgia Firefighters Burn Foundation to connect my mother with another mother, that my brothers and sisters could talk to someone. So it's more than just the executive director, it's being in a position where I can actually impact change in someone's life, that I can work with people who are very, very passionate. So I stand here tonight thanking TechBridge for allowing us to build up our technology so that we can reach out and contact people. You know, we dream of the day we can come into the office where our computers work. That we can go into the office without the fear, is our server going to go down today? And we were in a meeting with James and some of his team. And it doesn't cost anything to dream, but it does cost money to have a technology overhaul. And I was told it was possible. I was told it was possible. And we began strategizing and talking about some things, and here we are today, and I'm very excited that maybe that dream is going to become a reality tonight. Maybe we'll be able to get a new computer system in the office and get rid of that archaic stuff that we have. And Dana's been there a number of times, and he knows what I'm talking about. But I want to make this personal to you guys because you're not just supporting TechBridge. You're reaching out and you're making a difference in all those little kids and those people who have trouble with their cufflink. That's really what it's about. We have a lot of programs and services with the Georgia Firefighters Burn Foundation, and a lot of nonprofits have a lot of amazing things, but at the end of the day, it's really about people. So I don't stand here thanking you for your support as the executive director of the Georgia Firefighters Burn Foundation. I'm standing here as that little 14-year-old boy who got blindsided by life and got burned in an explosion. I'm thanking you for that little boy who was just afraid and fragile. And I'm thanking you because with your support, you can help us. You can help TechBridge help us to reach out to all of those people out there who are still struggling with their cufflinks. So I thank TechBridge for allowing us to be a part of this family and for not only helping provide us with the infrastructure we need, but educating us and pushing us to be more than what we ever thought we could be. And I thank you guys for having the compassion of being here tonight, of helping build up the resources so that people can be helped. Because again, at the end of the day, it's all about people. So as the executive director of the Georgia Firefighters Burn Foundation, I tip my hat to TechBridge, but I also thank you guys because it's you that really makes the difference. And on behalf of all of those people that I represent, those people who've been blindsided by life, all of those people who just don't know that there's life after the things that happen to us, that we can get on and we can move on and we can still be more. I stand here as an example of the fruits of your labor. My survival from burn victim to burn survivor has everything to do with a lot of very generous and caring people just like you to help me along that journey. So I appreciate you embracing this invisible population. I appreciate you helping TechBridge to help us because we are committed. Every day we recommit to helping people, not fixing people, but just giving them a little bit of hope to know that they can still lead a fulfilling life. So again, I apologize for going off script, but I really thought I would just take this opportunity to just say thank you and make it very personal because it is. And I really, really appreciate being here tonight, and I'm excited about tonight. It was worth struggling with this cufflink. So I just appreciate you guys being here. Thank you. Thank you. Young man. Thank you, Rob.
Wow. I think your applause is bigger than mine.
That's called applause envy. Good thing my mic's on.
Yes, yes, I think everybody heard.
Wow. I have the unthinkable task of following that. Thanks a lot, James. I really appreciate the timing. Dennis, you're amazing. Your organization's amazing. Thank you for telling us. Thank you for going off script. One more round of applause, please, for Dennis and the Georgia Firefighters Burn Foundation.
And that's what TechBridge is about, folks. We're having a great time tonight. TechBridge is about the Georgia Firefighters Burn Foundation and hundreds of other organizations making a huge difference. Real people facing real issues, making a real difference. Struggling with technology that we take for granted. So whether it's the big companies that are here tonight, large nonprofits like myself, we sometimes take these technology solutions for granted. We can make a difference tonight. Our goal tonight is to raise $5,000 for a technology overhaul for the Georgia Firefighters Burn Foundation. The generous folks at Box will match up to $5,000. $10,000 we can make, if we can raise that tonight. Now, I'd like to blow that away for the record. I'm holding each of you accountable. Close the doors. Shut them. So, we're going to make this really easy. If we can raise $5,000, Box is going to raise another $5,000. We're going to blow that away, and we're going to make sure Dennis and his team continue the fantastic work that they're doing today. So take out your phone. Yes. And see, and he will do yes, and get pumped up. And this is real stuff. So please take out your phone, and James is going to walk us through exactly how we can do that.
Absolutely. So it's pretty simple, actually. And as a matter of fact, we already have $555 without instructions. A group of IT people, imagine that.
I mean, I'm surprised.
So pull up your text messaging application. And all you need to do is send a message to the phone number that you see on the screen behind me, 404-418-4006. So that's 404-418-4006. And then you enter your pledge amount, but you don't enter a $, just the number that you would want to pledge. And if someone mentioned during dress rehearsals, there's no cents. So don't try to put cents in, just dollar numbers. And then you just hit submit. And after you do that, you'll be prompted to enter your name. Or you can be anonymous if you like. And then your pledge amount and your name will appear on the screen behind us.
Well, James.
I was on script. I didn't notice.
I think we can go off script, buddy.
Wow. All right, well, let me skip to the other part of the speech.
Dennis, I think we're in good shape. I do too.
Wow. So, thank you. Thank you. And I was about to give this big speech about you guys clapping meant you were excited. But I couldn't even get to that. If we blow the number out tonight.
We did.
All right, yeah, I'm still on script. I'm sorry. If we blow it out is relative. I'm thinking big. But tomorrow, on our website, techbridge.org, we're going to have 3 new nonprofits profiled. So we've already funded Georgia Firefighters Burn Foundation tonight, which is incredible. I really thought it'd be a longer episode. So I'm a little, yeah. So tomorrow, we're going to have 3 new nonprofits profiled. And I think someone entered a wrong number.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
So tomorrow morning, we're going to fund 1,000 nonprofits.
I think that was Bob DeRhodes.
Yeah, there you go.
Bob DeRhodes.
Bob is looking a little panicked.
Bob DeRhodes who did that.
Yeah, there we go. We'll correct that.
Wow.
We'll correct that.
We'll get that calibrated, don't worry.
So there's a couple things I do want to say. So the first 100 people that actually fulfill their pledge. So these are pledges, but you're gonna, when you enter in your email, you're gonna get a link. And if you go to that link, you're gonna be able to actually fulfill your pledge. And the first 100 people, especially the guy who did $4 million, or the girl who did $4 million. Yeah. It still counts. Whatever. So that person gets an extra special TechBridge lapel pin.
Wow.
But the other 99 people, you get a TechBridge lapel pin as well. So make sure you show your receipt and get your lapel pin. And all of you who make your pledge tonight and fulfill your pledge, of course you get an email receipt for you to use for whatever tax purposes and as a representation of your generosity. So I'm really excited about where we're going to end up. My expectations are pretty high. And we'll keep you updated on the progress throughout the night. So.
Yeah, no, that's a billion with a B.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You may be able.
I'm fine with that.
I know. My script said that we have 40 minutes to hit our goal.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And we hit it in 40 seconds.
40 seconds.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I want to thank the folks at Box. I want to thank all the folks who've generously donated. I want to warn the person who donated $4 billion not to drive home tonight.
Yeah.
Either Uber or a cab.
It's a good idea.
Stay here, get a room. And if you're a CIO, I got to tell you, you got to brush up on your skills. Because that's just sad right there. But in all seriousness, we're going to bring stability to the Georgia Firefighters Burn Foundation. This is going to make a huge difference, and we're going to help Dennis and his team grow their mission and transform lives. Thank you very much.
So we'll be back up in a little while. In the meantime, I hope you guys bought lots of raffle tickets, and good luck on that. So we'll see you soon, and we'll figure out where we end up tonight.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Stanford graduate, designer of the world's first 32-bit microprocessor, Star Search Grand Champion, and engineer turned comedian, Don McMillan.
Another big round of applause for Jay and Dennis and James. And we'd like to announce we're starting the construction of the Atlanta Firefighters Burn Foundation Hospital with that $4 billion bid. Did anybody else realize that that's the phone number somebody bid? So clearly somebody is pretty much wetting their pants right now, going, no, that was the phone number, I didn't mean to pledge that. Sorry, it's in the system. That's the way this works. By the way, God bless you, Dennis. I think that is great. I actually did some research while I was listening to that, and apparently this is how bad they needed the IT funds. They're running Windows Millennium right now, and they're on MySpace. So that $4 billion is going to make a huge difference. I'm up here just to entertain you for the next 25, 30 minutes. They want to ask me to make a quick announcement. If there's anybody who's here for the DECA International Career Development Conference or thinks they're at their prom, you're in the wrong room. Oh my God, what has happened to Atlanta? I got in town yesterday, I'm like, this whole town is 17 years old. I felt like a grandfather walking around. And then today, I'm walking down Peachtree Street, and all the proms are out, and all the people they're dressed up. And I swear to God, I'm not making this up. They're all eating at the nice restaurants. There were 4 people, not a lie, eating their prom dinner in Hooters. I'm thinking, where do they eat every day? They have to be, Waffle House people. That's what I'm thinking, if they're eating at Hooters for their prom. So it's nice to be here. I was reading about TechBridge, and they just do such great work. And as an engineer, I think there's no better way to give back than to give back in the way that we work. This is the way we work. We're the IT folks, and we rule the world now, man. Nerds rule. 101, binary high five. That's us. And that's why I'm here, because I am a nerd comedian. They wanted some laughs. I am an engineer comedian. And that's not something you hear every day. You never meet an engineer and go, ooh, this guy's going to be really funny. You never hear this. We're going to have a party, only invite engineers. But I was an engineer for a long time. Here's my background. I actually have a BSE from Lehigh University. I went to Stanford. I got my master's degree. I worked at IBM, AT&T, Bell Labs, VLSI Technology. I was a chip designer, the funniest of all the engineers. And then I was the 1993 Star Search Comedy Champion. I've been on Tonight Show, Larry King Live, I did commercials, I've been in movies. But here, TechBridge 2014, this is the one all the comedians fight for. That's right. So what is engineer comedian? I'm sure you're asking yourself. And by the way, I throw that up there to prove how nerdy I was. That was my actual badge photo. My pants actually stopped right about here in that photo. Seriously, I was tucking my nipples in before work. That's how I had to undo the fly to shake hands with people. I was, hi, how you doing? So I know, I was really an engineer for a long time. And first of all, somebody called me a geek the other day. I am not a geek, I am a nerd. And somebody said, what's the difference? So I actually found this great graph, okay? There's 3 parts that go into this. They're how smart you are, how socially awkward you are, and how obsessed you are. If you're smart but you're socially awkward, you're a dork. Yeah. Nobody wants to be a dork. If you're smart but you're really obsessed with something, you're a geek. If you're really into drama or science fiction, you're a geek. You're not necessarily socially awkward. You're just really into something. That's a geek. If you're all 3 of those things, you're a nerd. And if you're socially awkward and obsessed, then you're a stalker. What's amazing to me is how close those 4 things are. By the way, you've probably noticed I'm the only comic who works in PowerPoint. Because that's how us tech folks. So how does this work? When people hear about engineers, they say, how does an engineer comedian work? I'm not going to tell a joke and then analyze it. I'm not. But I could do that, so I figured I would try it. So here you go. I'm going to tell you a joke. I actually was in it. I've been in Atlanta many times. Very, very tech community here. This is almost nerdvana here. It's getting close. A lot of nerds. I actually drove by a strip club, a gentleman's club, and there was a sign out front that said, nude, 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 girls, 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 free Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi. That's a pretty good joke, huh? Here's why that joke works. I'm going to do a Venn diagram analysis of that joke. For that joke to work, you have to have been to a strip club and you totally support BYOD. And that overlap turns out to be 46%. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm also the only comic working with Venn diagrams. But I'm not going to do that all night. Really, the only thing that makes me different than most comedians is I take the time to graph and chart my jokes. Right? I'm observational like most comics. For example, here's what's going to happen if you're making microwave popcorn. Right? There's the number of edible pieces. There's the time. You're at 1 minute, 2 minutes, no pieces have popped. It's very quiet in the microwave. At some point above 2 minutes, you don't know where, all pieces are popped, all pieces are burned. Right? Just that fast. Quiet, 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 they're all burnt. The bag is on fire, the smoke alarm is blaring, and your house will stink for a week. And that small window of actual edible popcorn, that is 0.001 seconds. It's very small. A lot of my charts, I don't know why they're right, I just know they are from experience. This happens all the time at my gym. There's the locker room at my gym, okay? Huge locker room. I walk in, I'm the blue dot. I start to get changed. Pretty much the minute I get all my clothes off, 12 guys walk in, and this is where their lockers are. Right? Does that not happen every single time? Huge empty locker room, I'm surrounded by naked guys within seconds. That defies probability. And speaking of probability, by the way, basic probability says if you flip a quarter 1,000 times, it'll land head 500 times and tails 500 times. And that's exactly what will happen within a standard deviation. I guarantee it. And that will hold true for a quarter. But not everything. My son, when he was little, loved jelly bread. If you drop a piece of jelly bread 1,000 times, which he has done, same piece of jelly bread, it will not land 500, 500. No, you'd get a break half the time. It'll land jelly side down the messy way 800 times and jelly side up 200 times. Parents know that's true. And that, by the way, is on a kitchen floor. If you have a nice rug, forget it. You don't stand a chance. I have seen a piece of jelly bread get an inch above a nice rug, hover, and then flip the other way. Like I said, I can't prove them all, but I just believe this one to be. I believe there's only one ultrasound, and they give the same photo to every single person. Have you ever seen one that doesn't look like that? They got us all fooled. I don't know how you feel about Facebook, but I proved something about Facebook. Stay with me. This is the nerdiest thing I do, okay? Here's a little Facebook proof. What is Facebook really? It's friends plus updates plus ads. That's all Facebook is, in essence. That's all there is there. Well, after a while, after so many updates, you start to lose friends. They're like, I don't want to hear about it anymore. So after a while, you have no real friends, which means you have meaningless updates. So after a while, Facebook is just ads. That's all they are. Well, what are ads? When you buy an ad, you buy a certain amount of time, it costs a certain amount of money. So Facebook is time times money. Well, time is money. We all know that. We're in the business world. So Facebook is money times money, or money squared. Well, money is the root of all evil, right? So money squared is evil. So therefore, Facebook is evil. I've proven it. Thank you. You don't often see a proof get a round of applause. Here's something that drives me crazy. This is just a tech thing that drives me crazy. Every time I go to plug in a USB device, it is upside down. Every time. And that is not, it should be 50%, but I studied it. It's 78% of the time it's upside down. It's correct only 3% of the time, and it's upside down either way 18% of the time. I really believe it reconfigures. It's like I plug it in, oh my God, it's messing with me. Now, I'm getting ready for tonight's event, and it's black tie. And I actually laughed when I heard that. I go, nerds and black tie. This is going to be interesting. But you guys look really good, by the way. But I do lots of corporate events, and that's kind of like business, casual, and casual. That's what you expect. But I do lots of them. I just did one. I can't tell you the name of the company. I'll just tell you it was in Texas, and they make instruments. So they have different, Texas, depending on what part of the country you're in, what industry you're in, dress standards are different. Business, casual, and casual looks different. So here's what it looks like in Texas, okay? That's business in Texas, right? That's business casual in Texas. And then there's casual in Texas. Put his hat off. Now, engineers, we have our own standards, right? There's me on casual day right there. That's your basic engineering casual. There's me on business casual. It's hard to tell, but I have socks on. And then there's me on business, I have socks and clean underwear. And IT folks, I think, are slightly different, because that's an IT business. They forget about the socks. They get the clean underwear. And then there's business casual, and then there's casual in IT, which hopefully they're telecommuting. And this will be the last of this section. I've been married 18 years, and as an engineer, I studied it. I make charts and graphs about my marriage, and I figured out the key to a long, happy marriage. Your spouse's looks and your vision need to decay at exactly the same rate. If you can get that to line up, forever, I can always look at my wife and honestly say, honey, you're as beautiful as the day I met you. Oh, I'm sorry, you're over there? You're as beautiful as the day I met you. We're going to check the pledge board. You guys want to check the pledge board? See if we've corrected the $4 billion mistake. Let's go to the pledge board, guys. Bring the pledge board back up. Can we do that? Oh, there it is. Oh, that's better. Wow, that is pretty cool. Anonymous is still leading. Fran and Sheila Dramas. Thank you, Fran and Sheila. $1,000. Thank you. If you want your name on the board, you can see the top pledges are up there. So get out your phones and text some stuff in. And remember not to enter the phone number as your bid. I think that's classic. All right, that is so cool. All right, back to my comedy. So I thought I'd take a moment to realize, since we are tech folks, how far we've come in really what is a pretty short amount of time. Our world is completely different. It's part of the reason TechBridge exists is that we need to keep these folks up to date technology-wise. It's changing that quickly. Look how different the world is. I graduated from college in 1984. Look how different the world is from when I graduated 30 years ago. In 2014, that's a BlackBerry. In 1984, when I graduated, that was a BlackBerry. Kids today have no idea BlackBerry is a fruit. They don't. You want some blackberries on your oatmeal? Why would you put a phone on my oatmeal, Dad? 2014, there's a Yahoo. In 1984, that was a Yahoo. Nobody's socially networking with that guy. 2014, there's a cell phone. Who doesn't have a cell phone? You know what a cell phone was in 1984? That was a cell phone. Nobody bragged about having a cell phone in 1984. 2014, there's a child seat. You know where we sat in the car when I was a kid? In the back window. That's where we sat. My sister and I used to fight about who got to sit in the back window. Dad would pick the winner. You get to risk your life. Get back there, son. And then finally, in 2014, there's a Wii. My son has a Wii. I got to tell you, the greatest. We had Pong. They have way better games. What was a Wii in 1984? That was a Wii in 1984. You don't want to come down Christmas morning in 1984 and find a Wii underneath your tree. That was not a good Christmas. So what's next? I mean, that's what we all worry about. That's what our jobs are. I mean, we're trying to figure out what's the new high technology. And I had an idea. Now, keep in mind I'm a comic, but I think this is a good one. I work in the business world too, just like you guys. Whenever I saw this demoed actually, and I thought, I got a great application. It's basically a universal speech translator. I saw this demoed at IBM, actually. I do a lot of work with IBM. And it was just like Uhura had on Star Trek. You put it on your ear, it looks like a Bluetooth headset. Somebody's speaking French. You're hearing the English translation in real time. And it's available in like all the different languages now. It's amazing. And my first thought was, that's great. But I work in the business world. You know what I'd like? I want a universal business translator. So it would take, for example, what a salesperson's telling me and tell me what it really means. How cool would that be? So if I have it in my ear and a salesperson says to me, that's a great question. That is a great question. I know that really means I didn't understand a word of that question. If a salesperson says it's easy to use, that really means we don't offer any support. And if a salesperson says I spent 2 years working for myself, it really means I was in prison. Now, engineers, we're guilty of it too, so you have to have an engineer to English mode as well, right? So if an engineer says to you, for example, did sales tell you that? Did sales tell you that? You know, that really means it doesn't do that. That's not even really possible. If an engineer says, so far we're on schedule, that really means we haven't started yet. If an engineer says that's a new feature, that really means that's a mistake we couldn't fix. And if an engineer, and this is my final one, executives are the best to me, because a great executive will speak for like an hour, and you go, what did he say? And I don't know, but I feel great. So executives are tough. So there's got to be an executive mode. So if you have an executive mode and an executive says it's a complex issue, that is a complex issue. You know, that really means I have no idea what we do. That's complex, not appropriate for this forum. We'll take that offline and we'll address those issues at a later time. I have no idea what we do. If an executive says we are working on a solution, rest assured we have the best interests of our customers in mind, that really means I have no idea what we do. If an executive says, keep up the good work, it means I have no idea what we do. And if an executive says hello, it means I have no idea what we do. Oh, thank you. Any questions at this point in my show? Hey, Tim, I'm gonna skip. We're a little short of time. I'm gonna skip to, actually, will you go to 64, please? Tim? Is he back in the... Multimedia math. Okay, here's a thing I invented. I love math. Math is like my thing. And I didn't know how to make math fun, so I came up with this. I call it multimedia math. It's basically math, but with pictures. That's how I taught my son, because kids today they're not into numbers and symbols. They need something more. They play video games. They need to be graphically motivated. So here's how multimedia math. Same principles, but with pictures. So for example, you take Lady Gaga plus 40 years, and you get Elton John. Right? I knew I'd seen that before. Here's another one. Toronto, this is my favorite guy in the whole world. This is God's gift to comedy right there. He is the best. He's got like a weekly series now. He's on every week. You don't even have to add anything. Him plus 0 is Chris Farley. It is Chris Farley. It's the best. Miley Cyrus plus makeup, and you get Gene Simmons from Kiss. Here's more amazing. You take Miley Cyrus and you remove makeup, and you get Justin Bieber. Isn't that amazing? Here's not a good idea. Joan Rivers minus makeup, and you get Gollum. That's... I didn't realize we had a big Joan Rivers crowd. Or maybe you're a Gollum crowd. Maybe that's what it is. All right, we'll do some corporate math. How about that? Oh, here's a little philosophical question. You take technology plus religion, and you know what you get? iPhone users. See, I love the way people laugh at that. What's he saying? Wait, is he picking on the iPhone? You iPhone people need to calm down, okay? Seriously, you have become a cult, you iPhone people. Apparently there's a lot in this room because you're very quiet right now. Seriously, it's just a phone. I have an Android. I have a Samsung phone. And every day, you people come up and call, well, yeah, Samsung, rule. Every day, seriously, the iPhone people are the Jehovah's Witnesses of the 21st century. They will come right up to you. Is that a Samsung? Oh, has anybody talked to you about the iPhone? Let me read you from the iPhone manual. Have you accepted Stephen Jobs as your Lord and Savior? He's coming back, you know, he is coming back. He's only got one bar. He gets a second bar. He's back. All right, here's a little corporate math. If you take engineers like myself, engineering, and you add in social skills, you're immediately left with marketing. That's what happens. You're an engineer, you can talk. You're in marketing, buddy. Get over there. You take marketing and you remove the truth, and well, now you're in sales. Yeah, sales have no use for truth. That gets in the way of revenue now. You take sales and you pull out the brain, and well, now you're in management. And you take management and you remove the sense of humor, and now you're in human resources. I think I've covered everyone there. Actually, that's not true. I'm doing this bit, this is true, I'm doing this bit one night, some guy goes, I'm in pharmaceutical sales. We're nothing like other salespeople. I said, you know, sir, you're right. You take pharmaceutical sales and you remove the suit, and you are a drug dealer. That's what you are. All right, I have one more thing to do and get out of here, and I'll be back. We're going to do the raffle later. I get to bring, hand out free stuff. That's what it's called. So buy your raffle tickets now, by the way, if you have a chance. Don't forget. So this last thing, the people at TechBridge don't know that I have this capability, but the internet has made my life so much simpler because I can go on there and find out anything about a group and really get to know them before. And one of the things I've managed to do through the years is I find pictures of the folks, and like James and Jay and a lot of the folks who are putting on tonight's event, Karen and Bill, thank you very much. You guys are paying attention. And I found their pictures, and I'm thinking, what can I do with this? And I'm even more motivated by Dennis's talk, because this is a great event. They need to make a movie about TechBridge. And I thought, if they did, who would play who in TechBridge, the movie? So I've done some casting. I want to be in it, so we'll start with me. Playing me will either be Howdy Doody or Lurch. I'm not sure which. I'm kind of a cross between the two. So we'll start with Ed. Ed, I found this photo. This actually was on one of the websites. I loved immediately when I saw this picture of Ed, I thought, oh, it's Ted Danson. But then I'm a huge fan of this show, so I thought we'd go with Gary Berghoff from MASH. Gotta throw the hat on. James was up here before. Very casual look here. The first idea I had was Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah, I thought that was pretty good. But then, this is a little bit of a throwback, but he really does. There's something in his eyes. I just thought he looked a lot like Jackie Gleason. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, there's just something. I don't know. But Becky was easy. Becky, actually, when I first saw this picture of Becky, I immediately thought, remember from Frasier, Perry Gilpin? I thought she looked identical. But then I haven't seen her. So I think we're going to go with Brooke Shields instead. So, yeah. I'm no idiot. I know what I'm doing. Jay, I looked at Jay a long time, uncomfortably long. I couldn't put my finger on it. I thought at first Rob Lowe, kind of. But then I'm a comedian. That's way too nice. So then I thought, well, we go with Jim Parsons. And then I really thought it about, how about Donny Osmond? I'm a little bit kind of. Karen was easy. Cameron Diaz, yeah. Bob, when I first looked at this picture of Bob DeRhodes, I thought, well, it kind of looks like Anthony Hopkins. Yeah, but then I thought, well, maybe Alfred Hitchcock. Just something about the tilt in the head, and then, no, I didn't even like that. I was having a lot of problem with Bob, and then I realized why. It could be almost any TV anchorman, anyone. I just click through him. He just looks like a TV anchorman. Now, Bill, my God, I met Bill, and I'm like, oh, my God, I'm looking in a mirror. Which actually might be insulting. I apologize, Bill. But then I realized Bill is actually the guy who brought me here. He kind of put this all together, and so I thought, well, I got to be nice to Bill. So playing Bill will, in fact, be George Clooney. That's it for me. Thank you very much for laughing. I appreciate that. Thank you. I think we're going to, before I get off stage, I think we're going to check the board one more time. We were at 21,000 last time I checked. And remember, EMC is matching. 25, good job. Is that App River? Yes, App River, $2,500. Thank you so much, App River. That is so cool. And with that, I'm going to go off stage. I'll be back a little later for the raffle. Thank you very much. Bye.
Please welcome to the stage Group Technology Officer of Products at Accenture and TechBridge board member, Keith Boone.
Wow. Well, I guess I learned a couple of things there. One is iPhone is not the cult, Don. Waffle House is, my friend, and don't mess with it. The second thing is I'm glad I wasn't in the TechBridge movie. I don't know who they would have paired me with. And Bob, you do look like a newscaster. Absolutely. But then lastly, I guess if you look under the word inspiration in the dictionary, if you don't find Dennis and what he did tonight, I don't know what inspiration is. I got to tell you. Amazing. Anyway. And I guess I'm inspired. I work for a great company that believes in technology innovation. We certainly at Accenture believe in it. And technology innovation can do things to a nonprofit sector that are absolutely transformative to what we can do in the community. You heard a little bit tonight from Dennis about what they're going from and what they want to go to. And frankly, for all of us, and most of us are in the change business in some way, shape, or form, if we can get anything close to the results that James and TechBridge gets in this local community, then we're doing half of what we should be doing. These guys are amazing. So, and I apologize, James. I as well went off script, but Dennis frankly inspired me so much. I just put the cards up and we'll go from there. This year, for the Technology Innovation Award, there were 41 entrants. It was a huge number. And the judges did a great job. They had a very difficult job, but they narrowed it down to 3, each one with a unique vision of how technology could transform how they serve the community. The runners-up will each receive they will each receive a TechBridge technology assessment, a $1,000 cash reward, and tonight's winner will receive $25,000 worth of TechBridge services, a $5,000 cash reward, and thousands of dollars worth of donated software from many of you guys in the audience tonight. So with that, let's look at our 3 finalists.
Piedmont Park Conservancy is 25 years old this year. We're celebrating our 25th anniversary. And we are a public-private partnership in partnership with the City of Atlanta. Our mission is to enhance and preserve the park as a recreational and cultural resource for all Atlantans. We're very excited about the project that we're proposing for the TIA Award, and it is to develop an app for Piedmont Park. This project will allow us to better communicate with 4 million park visitors every year. It means that when they come into the park, they will have a map that shows running trails, the amenities of the park. They will have a calendar that tells them what events are going on. So many opportunities for learning, communicating, and just have a more enriching park experience.
The Atlanta Stepper Society was founded by myself and my wife, Martha. What we do is we help homeless veterans to become productive members of society. Our mission is to get the guys off the street, get the guys that's coming back from wars or veterans, bring them into an environment, give them a nice home, give them a 12-step program or recovery program if they suffer from substance abuse, and give them that job component. Our entire operations is paper-based. The project that we are proposing is to make our call center and our headquarters computer technical efficient. We can eliminate that paperwork, put it all in a computer. I spend maybe an hour and a half every morning going through the paperwork, explaining the route. I can add another 15 hours of productivity by being out on the road, by using the computer. It's okay to put some trust back into people, allow people to be and feel good about themselves. So now as I look back, people stay clean and sober, and we have a high success rate because we do have a work component.
Here at Health Empowers, we work to promote healthy behaviors among students, staff, and families. We focus primarily on physical activity and healthy eating to address the childhood obesity problem here in Georgia. We do this by working with schools all across the state of Georgia. We have a very comprehensive approach where we provide an assessment, training, resources, in-school services to schools. We have about 100 different resources that we provide to schools. But what we're finding is that we have boxes and boxes, and oftentimes we can't find enough funding to provide one resource for each of the teachers. So we're very excited about this new concept in terms of building a digital platform that would look at a data dashboard and have all of our data in one place where we could access that in real time, and that our schools would be able to do that. This project is going to help us expand the reach, but more importantly, it's going to allow us to impact the health and education of the children here in Georgia and possibly beyond.
And it is my extreme pleasure as a TechBridge board member to present the 2014 Technology Innovation Award to the Atlanta Step Up Society. Accepting the award will be Robert Barber, who is the co-founder and co-executive director. Robert Barber. Here, Robert. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You want to say a word?
Wow. Is it on? Wow.
I hope.
This is an honor for me. And I just want to thank TechBridge and Accenture. You know, I had this vision for 20 years. Myself and my story is that I was an Army officer. And after the military, I ended up on Skid Row. And through that struggle, and me returning back to society, I realized there's a lot of vets out here. Thousands and thousands of vets that get lost after we leave the military. And when I found out that the military or the armed forces take people from all walks of life, whether they're from the swamp in Florida or the mountains in Tennessee, or the beaches in California. American military brings all these people together and they technically train them. We know about tanks, we know about weapons, we know about all type of the terrains and everything, and we use technology in the services. So how, I could not understand how a soldier can leave the military and end up on Skid Row. I could not understand that. So it was my mission. I dedicated my life to helping other veterans to turn around and become productive members of society without technology. All we have is a couple computers. And I realized over this 20 years that this is not Atlanta Step Up Society problem. This is America's problem. And I have a vision that the corporations that's like in here tonight, if we could just kind of collaborate together, you know, if I can train people and get them ready for jobs, at least when they start,
their life over, they have hope. You know, we can go to a lot of, I went through treatment centers, I went in shelters, but the hope wasn't there after I came out. And I'm grateful for this technology. I'm grateful for TechBridge, because this is an opportunity now that America we can set up some kind of a system that when veterans come out of the military now, that we can grab them and put them into the units that they're familiar with already. These guys and women are already trained. There's no reason for them to slip to the bottom like this. So the military, you eat together, you sleep together, and you work together. And that's the kind of environment that I hope to have. And that's my innovation, to create that for every city, every state. And
fantastic.
I also had one other dream. I watched the Grammys, and I watched the Oscar, and I always wanted to do this. I just want to thank my wife.
Yeah!
I really don't know how. She had no clue but what she was getting into 20 years ago. Thank y'all very much.
Thank you, Robert, very much. Thank you. Yeah. Waffle House and your wife. Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please welcome back to the stage, James Franklin.
So, was I right? Is this the best digital ball we've had to date? I got to tell you, I'm really proud to be a member of this community right now. I'm pretty impressed at the amazing nonprofits that we have. I'm honored to have the opportunity to use the skills that the TechBridge team has and the skills that this community has in order to help you with your mission. And I got to tell you, I'm just so excited to get these projects started. So thank you for the opportunity. So I had several things written down about, so the suspense, let's see if we made it, those sort of things. So we'll skip all that. But we do want to see where we ended up, right? So let's bring up the TechBridge Nonprofit Exchange and let's see where we ended up. So that's $27,000, give or take, and add $5,000 to that. So there you go. That's right. Well, the match only goes to $5,000. So if my math is correct, that's $32,000 that we raised tonight. I was going to feel very awkward if I didn't get the math right. So thank you very much. Obviously, you can continue. If you still want to pledge, we would be honored if you did. But we've done an amazing job tonight, and I just want to thank you so much. And remember, because we did such an amazing job tonight, not only are we helping the Georgia Firefighters Burn Foundation tonight, but we're going to be helping other nonprofits starting tomorrow. And if you go to our website, techbridge.org, you're going to be able to look at those projects that we're going to be funding. And also, we have 2 fantastic nonprofits that were finalists tonight. And so my promise to Health Empowers and the Piedmont Park Conservancy is you're amazing organizations, you have fantastic projects, and we're going to make it our mission to make sure that your transformations happen as well. I just realized I brought out the wrong cue card. So I'm going to do some thank yous, but you guys can help me if I miss anybody. So first I want to thank Bill Van Kuren and Karen Renner, who did an amazing job as our co-chairs today. Yep. You really did fantastic. Thank you. And I would also like to introduce Janet Sherlock, who is going to be joining Bill next year as our new co-chair. I'd also like to call out to the TechBridge staff. I already talked about the amazing things that they've done. I made that big, long list where you guys were so nice to clap for the achievements that really the TechBridge team made. And I want to thank them. And we couldn't have done it without our board as well. We have a fantastic board that represents the passion and the excitement around the community, and they've been with us every step of the way. So I just want to thank them because we couldn't have done it without them. And I'd like to say thank you to, I don't know how many volunteers because I left my cue card over there, but it is a lot of volunteers that make tonight special. And they did a wonderful job making tonight extraordinarily special for all of us, and I want to thank you for their hard work. They got here early, they're going to stay here really late, and we couldn't have done it without you, so thank you so much. And lastly, I want to thank all of you. I want to thank you because we did something really amazing tonight. And thank you so much for the passion and the energy that you brought here. And thank you for all the wonderful things that you've made possible tonight. Just you being here for the Digital Ball made all of that research and development and product development that we did possible. It made it possible for us to turn a $40,000 project into a $4,000 one. So you've done that, and you've done it every single year. But the fact that we could go further and actually help Georgia Firefighters Burn Foundation, and the fact that we could start that kind of cascading effect to 1,000 nonprofits by 2017, I gotta tell you, I'm just really excited. So thank you so much. Have a great evening, and good luck with the raffle.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take out your raffle tickets and welcome to the stage Don McMillan and David Long of EMC, our raffle sponsor for this evening.
This is the guy they're matching every dollar, EMC. Did you know that, by the way?
I did.
Okay, good. EMC is matching every dollar that is put into the raffle. So let's give it up for you, EMC, everybody.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. And by the way, we're about to start drawing the raffle winners. If you do win, you need to report to the table in the back corner of the room to collect your prize. We'll probably keep it open until about 11 o'clock. We're running a little bit behind. So if you hear your number called, that's where you go. So you ready to start drawing? Guys, ready to win? Yeah? All right, let's go draw some numbers. The first prize we're going to raffle is, can we have that slide? No, it's not going to come up. It's not going to, we're going to keep the, all right, luckily I have the list. The first thing we're going to raffle off is the Blue Ridge Mountain Getaway. This is, I believe, if I pull this out, 2 nights in the Blue Ridge Mountains. I'd love a 2-night stay in a cabin in the Blue Ridge Mountains, the Monteluce Vineyard Tour for 2, and this is my favorite part about this one, 2 nights of boarding for 1 dog. I read that and I knew I was in the South right there, if I had any doubt. So let's see the winner. Pull out your cards. The winner of the Blue Mountain Getaway is, oh my goodness, someone with bad handwriting. Brian Retzlaff? Number, oh, that's a good way. Why don't I read the number? It's 975-507. 975-507. Brian? Is that Brian or just someone looking to mate with Brian? Do we have a winner? Okay, good. The second prize we are going to raffle off is Around Atlanta in 7 Days package, which includes, where's the Around Atlanta in 7 Days? Oh, there, oh, no, that's not it.
I don't think it's in there, Don.
Oh, no, there it is. 4 World of Coke tickets. Oh, Atlanta Braves tickets. That's very nice. $200 at Dave & Buster's, $50 gift card, $50 Mellow Mushroom gift card. What the heck is that? Just take that and you can pretend you're at all the other stuff. All right, the winner. I'm just going to do the number this time because nobody wrote on this one. Staples won. Oh, no. 415-968. 415-968. Scream if you have it. Do you have it? Do you have it? We have a winner. Woohoo! Next up. Wait, I gotta get my list. Somebody didn't get their tickets in? Well, that'll cost you.
So we're going to put those really deep, right? Just to make sure.
So the next one is the tailgate party, which includes the Big Green Egg, which is in the back of the room. I thought that was really cool. Big Green Egg. 4 Atlanta Falcons tickets, a pop-up tent, large cooler, BJ's wholesale membership, 3 dozen cupcakes, and gourmet cheeses. Wow. And the winner of the tailgate party, by the way, $1,545 value. The winner, 579-339. 579-339.
Do you want that?
579-339. We have a winner. Back of the room to collect your prize, please. Next up, the bottles and books, which, wow, that's a weekend for my wife right there. Host Wine Collection, a wine and cheese with author Becky Blaylock, tour of Atlanta with author Ricky Steele, and a $130 gift card to Atlanta Wine School. And the winner of the bottles and books is 975-666. 975-666. I believe that would be the devil's number. And there's the devil back in the corner. We have a winner? Yes. All right. Bottles and books. Next up, the faster and finer things in life. More? Oh my goodness. Do you know, after we hand out the last prize, it's going to be too late. The next one is the Finer and Faster Things package, which includes a Tesla test drive for 24 hours, a full-day track pass at Atlanta Motorsports, one-night stay at any Marriott hotel, $100 Macy's gift card, a 1-hour massage, a photography package, $50 Concentrix card, private wine taster, and a designer bracelet. Yeah. The Finer Things in Life value goes to 415-914. 415-914.
It's all good.
We have a winner. All right, only a couple more left. Get your tickets in. It's the Get Your Game On package is the next one, which is Sugar Mountain Ski Vacation, 4 Atlanta Braves tickets, 4 Georgia Tech basketball tickets. By the way, Georgia Tech are the Engineers. It's one of their mascots. The only scoreboard to go to 3 decimal places. A signed Braves baseball, a signed tennis racket, signed by David Long, by the way.
Thank you.
And a signed Atlanta Hawks jersey, the Get Your Game On value package. It goes to 975-380. 975-380. Francesca Robinson, I believe. She wrote her name on. Yeah. Francesca, big winner. All right, 2 more. The Tea Time package. The Tea Time package. Is your name in for this one, David?
3 times.
3 times, yes. You can't win, as a...
3 times. I was told I could, so I'm going to go against that.
They lied to you, David. 6-month Golf Top membership, that's the magazine. Foursome at River Pines Golf Club, Foursome at Trophy Club of Atlanta, Foursome at the River Club, and Foursome at the St. Andrews Country Club, which is not the one in Scotland. And that goes to a golfer I hope. 415-736. 415-736.
Brad, check my ticket.
The name on the back says David Long. No, 415-736. Over there. Is that 2 from that table? My goodness, we have a winner. All right. This is the last one. Any last tickets? It's the Jamaica package. Yeah. This is 3-day stay in Jamaica. 5 nights, though. We haven't figured out how that works.
It was not devised by a tech grad.
Oh, no, it's not. $2,000 American Express gift card. Wow. And a Maui Gym gift basket, so you look cool. And the winner of the Jamaican vacation, the final raffle of the night, is 643-150. 643-150. Yes? Yes, we have a winner.
Nice.
Again, if your number was called, check with the raffle table in the back corner. One more time for EMC for sponsoring the raffle tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Thanks,
David.
Sean.
And of course, thank you all for attending tonight. Without your generosity, none of this could have happened. You're doing some great work. You can see by the Step Up folks and Dennis. And then finally, for everybody who put the, let's have a round of applause for TechBridge for putting this huge event on. And with that, it is time to go dancing. So Karen and Bill, join me at the dance floor and take it away, Platinum.